So I bought this vehicle at an auction site unseen and just got out of the registry. Registered, no problem. It's 2002 Taurus, Ford Taurus LX. I'm going to pick it up tomorrow. I haven't seen it yet. I haven't driven it yet. I know it moves. It starts. It has no check engine light. See you tomorrow morning. I'm gonna take an Uber and pick it up. All right, I'm ready to take an Uber to get to the auction house. I have some supplies with me just in case I need some tools. So I got the keys and I got the paperwork, and here is the car. Does look good. Oh wow, it's a Goodyear Winter Command to 2020. I'm set here to drive away. Taurus LX. Of course I need to defreeze it. And look at this baby. It's not rusty or nothing. This was taken care of. This car was taken care of. All winter tires. What is this? Also winter tire. There you go. Are these stuck? No, not stuck. Perfect. Keys. Bunch of keys. Alright, this worked. Let's have a look here. Unlock. There's the button. Unlock everything. I'll just put all my things in here. Oh, it seems to be pretty clean. And the winter tires. Okay, I don't have much time, so I'll have to be quick here. I'll go through the car later, but I bought it sight unseen. Okay, shifter is in park. It did say that the shifter is hard to shift. The gear selector is hard to shift. Let's try to start it up. Yeah, not the smoothest start, but it does run. Okay, let's try to select here. I need to clean a little bit the windows on the outside, but let's select the heat full blast. Oh wow, oh wow, this is way too strong. Okay, we'll put it all on the windshield. And rear, what the heck, let's do the rear. Let's see if it works. Okay, try to clean it up, but it doesn't work very well. And as I thought, the sprinklers do not work. Probably they have a summer liquid inside. I need to get going here if I want to get to work today, because they were a bit late. I have this holder for my... Oh yeah, it fits real nice. Low mileage, I don't have much fuel, but let's just see if my mirrors are good. And they do work. And the right mirror, park brake, kind of works. Let's get going. Okay, just checked the shifter and it's not really too tough. It's park, neutral, drive, we have drivage, we have reversage, neutral. Let's see if this parking brake works. Oh wow, the parking brake works. Good job, parking brake. Okay, let's clean this windshield and go. Okay, I have this bundle of keys. It turns out this one is the most worn, so this is the key fob that opens and closes the door. And I guess this one should also work if I put the battery in it. I'm not sure what this is. What is? Maybe it's a remote start? Another remote start? Okay, that makes sense. This is the oh, a button to open the boot. Yeah, the boot seems to be fine. And we have a spare here. Everything as it should be. We don't have too much gasoline. Oh, it's a pretty spacious boot. By the way, the back heating works on the rear glass. Let's see what this is all about. Okay, what do we have here? Whoa, it still holds. This seems to be corroded. There you go, it's a 3-liter V6. We probably don't have washer fluid. This is always a problem, power steering fluid on these. 5W20. Where's the dipstick? Here is the dipstick. And I don't know, it's all smeared. Well, the engine oil definitely needs to be changed. Let's dip it and see what... Well, it's long overdue. But let's see if we can get the level. There seems to be oil in it, and even more than it needs. So somebody overfilled it, but I guess it's still acceptable. It's not like crazy overfilled, but it needs an oil change. Transmission shifts good, so I won't even try that. No, nothing crazy, and the belt seems to be relatively good. Well, it does leak some oil, but we'll see once we get under the vehicle. So far so good. Let's get in. So from the good, seems to be shifting good, seems to be driving relatively good. There is a knocking sound on the right front wheel, so it probably needs something replaced there. It starts good. Yeah, seems to be starting good. The mirrors work. Everything seems to be working off. This selector seems to be working, so it blows in different places. Let's see the AC. I think it kicked in, so that's good, but this doesn't work. This selector doesn't work, and it doesn't blow hot, so I think it's a very common issue with these. I'll just put it on the windshield, so I'll need to look at the motor, blend door motor, I think it's called. The radio works, seems to be working. It doesn't overheat. I don't have much fuel. The lights I'll check later. So far so good. Alright, it drives pretty smooth, so if there are no bumps, it's okay. It is a smooth ride, but it's clear that on the bumps there's something wrong with the front suspension, and I think it's both sides actually are wrong. It's a pretty strong clunk, I think in both wheels, but otherwise it's pretty smooth. I don't know, it doesn't have that much power for a 3-liter V6, sorry. It's a 3-liter V6. It should have a bit more power, but the reason I'm sitting in the hat is because the heat does not work. I think it's a blend door, but because I don't hear anything changing when I switch from cold to hot, or it could be just a broken linkage somewhere from the knob. It's a manual system, so it might be just some mechanical problem. Yeah, there's a bit of work with this vehicle, but there's nothing major. I feel like the suspension, the heating might be major. It might be something more complicated, but I'll change the oil, look at the suspension, heating, and that's it, and it's ready to go. And one of the wheels is definitely out of balance. Oh yeah, I forgot about brakes. They are not the grabbiest and strongest brakes I've ever seen, so it's probably a good idea to have a look at those, maybe change the brake pads, and away we go. Okay, no milk under the cap, that's already good. Okay, while I'm here, let's check the power steering reservoir. Well, it's dirty and it's low. It's not even touching the thingy. Okay. The squirters still wouldn't squirt. Yeah, it looks like the squirters are not connected. But it looks like it's squirting there. So where is the little hose that squirts things? This guy? Yes. It's this guy. This should be easy. Heat doesn't work because of the heater core. So, because then I went on and tested the, turned on the engine, warmed it up, and checked the pipes for the hoses for the heater core, and they were both cold. They were kind of cold, the inlet and outlet both. And then I read a little bit, and Ford actually installed these bypasses. This is the bypass, because they knew that the heater cores would clog up and they wouldn't work, but they still wanted coolant to circulate. So they did this solution. So a lot of these Ford Tauruses have this bypass, and the heater core eventually would clog, and that's what's happening here. So my hope is that I can flush the system and clean the heater core. So that's why. All right, a little update on the whole cleaning of the heater core thing. And I tried to wash it. I tried to clamp this bypass. And as you can probably see right now, I just cut this piece of shit off. This is an awful design. Who would have put the metal piece in there if you could just put normal rubber hoses and you can simply unplug them, plug them in? No, they had to put this piece of shit, and it's unserviceable. Anyway, and then they even put the bypass because they knew it will plug. But as you can see, this is completely plugged. Alright, so this is the setup I have right now. One of the hoses kinked a little bit, so I'll need to straighten it with some kind of a spring or some kind of a clamp. I don't know, but this is the setup. The heater works, everything works. Alright, I took the car to work today, driving on the highway, and it's nice and hot. And the heater works. Success. Oh my god, it's blowing hot. I put it on the 3 and it's blowing hot. I think I can put it on 2. There you go. Would be nice to have that vent, but I don't have it. Otherwise, I can tell you it's a smooth car. It's also a big car. Compared to even my Lexus SUV, this is a big car. It's up there. It's not as huge as those land yachts, but it's still keeping with that tradition, you know. It's very long. It's longer than, as I said, longer than my SUV Lexus, and it's pretty wide because when I back out in my driveway, usually I fit very well, but with this car it's a bit tight, you know. So not really tight, but I see that there's no wiggle room, so it is pretty wide and long and comfy. The ride is smooth on a highway. Power delivery very smooth. Actually, I love it.